I got chills, I'm multiplying, and I'm losing control, 'cause the power you're controlling is electrifying. You better shape up, 'cause I need a man, and my heart is set on you. You better shape up, you better understand. To my heart I must be true, 'cause there's a love from me to you. You're the one that I want. Ooh, honey, the one that I want. Ooh, honey, the one that I want. Ooh, can't you see? Oh yes indeed. Oh yes indeed. If you're filled with affection, you're too shy to convey. Meditate my direction, feeling away. You better shape up, 'cause I need a man who can keep me satisfied. You better shape up, you better prove that my faith is justified. You're the one that I want. Ooh, honey, the one that I want. Ooh, honey, you're the one that I want. Ooh, can't you see? Oh yes indeed. Oh yes indeed.
May I welcome you all most warmly to this beautiful, historic debating chamber, which is so appropriate for this happy occasion, for reasons which I'll go into in a moment. I would first like to make a few special acknowledgements before we begin. Firstly, the happy couple. It's been an honour to know you both for the past 5 years, and I'm delighted to be here with you today as you take the first step into a new phase in your life together. It's a truly wonderful thing. To the parents of the bride, Brent and Eve, kia orana. You must be freezing to be back here in misty Wellington, having come back from the Cook Islands, but nonetheless, I know you will be warmed with joy and pride in your daughter today. To Abbey's grandfather, Kevin Hayden, there was no mistaking the pride with which you walked your granddaughter up the aisle, and it's wonderful to have you here too. And to Abbey's nana, Pat Grushaw, I know Abbey is simply delighted that you could be here for this marvellous occasion. To the maid of honour, Billy, and bridesmaids, Emma, Stephanie and Lauren, I have to say you all look absolutely gorgeous. Emma in particular has travelled from the United Kingdom to be here. And I do have to mention the Page boys, Ryan and Kennedy, both only 2.5 years old, and already far better behaved than many of the MPs who usually populate these corridors. Well done, lads. Thank you all for supporting Abbey in this public demonstration of her commitment to Raina. To the parents of the groom, Raina's mum, Susie, and stepfather, Jeremy Taylor, a very warm welcome to you. Susie, you must be so proud that you have raised such a good and true young man. To Raina's best man, Lyle, and groomsmen, Luke, George, and Jordan, I know how much Raina appreciates your support of him here today. George, in particular, has travelled all the way from France to be here, and we should acknowledge that. And the flower girl, Zoe, who is Raina's little sister and only 7 years old, You are doing an absolutely fantastic job, Zoe. Thank you. And thank you also to the talented James Spencer, who has come down from Tauranga to provide us with the musical interludes throughout today's ceremony. I know my colleague and friend Nukarako, Raina's boss, would have liked to have been here today. He sponsored our use of these facilities, but unfortunately he's involved in the fires in Christchurch. And at this time, I'd also like to take a moment to remember other family and friends who were not able to be here with us, including those who have passed on. May I ask that we now close our eyes and bring to mind any loved ones who could not be here today. Even though they are not here physically, they are all part of the foundation that makes Raina and Abbey the people that they are. May we always remember those who have passed and cherish their memories. As I mentioned, it is very appropriate that we are here today at Parliament. In fact, Raina and Abbey, as keen young politicos with a strong interest in government, met just across the road at the Backbencher pub. Raina has worked for several MPs and has been heavily involved in political campaigning, while Abbey now has her career as a public servant. Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony of marriage has been an important feature across all cultures and in every human community throughout each generation since time immemorial. And while we have so many important moments that happen throughout our lives, marriage is regarded as one of such significance that we acknowledge its exceptional status by sharing it with our friends and our families in this way. We also confer a particular legal status upon it. Why should so much be invested in just one moment in a couple's long lives together? I believe it is because despite all of our differences, love is the one thing we all share. It is the great unifier, it is a universal truth, and whoever we are, wherever we come from, and whatever we believe, we all know this one thing. The love between two people in an otherwise turbulent and unpredictable world is important and is worth celebrating. That's why you are both standing here today, Raina and Abbey, and that's why we're all here, not just to watch you legally solemnise your bond, but to demonstrate our collective support for you as a couple as you start a new phase in your lives together. As we proceed through the ceremony, we will have expressions of support from the parents of the couple, 2 readings which contain some sage advice for Raina and Abbey, a traditional whaik ceremony which does involve Scotch whisky, plus of course the exchanges of rings and vows, the signing of the register and the pronouncement of marriage. This wedding is also a celebration of family. It is the merging of 2 independent young people, but also the linkage between 2 families that have been separate until this moment. To honour the uniting of the families, the bride and groom wish to ask for their parents' expression of goodwill and support. Actually, you may all be seated except for the parents of the bride and groom. Brent and Eve, Susie and Jeremy, do you offer this couple your goodwill? Do you welcome your new son-in-law or daughter-in-law as a member of your family and give them your support and affection? Thank you. Please be seated. Now may I call on Eve Hayden, who will deliver the first reading. This reading was what Raina told his best man that he would be having as a wedding reading 7 years ago, before he even met Abbey, and it comes from the novel Captain Corelli's Mandolin.
Love is a temporary madness. It erupts like volcanoes and then subsides. And when it subsides, you have to make a decision. You have to work out whether your roots have so entwined together that it is inconceivable that should you ever part. Because this is what love is. Love is not breathlessness, it is not excitement, it is not the promulgation of promises of eternal passion. That is just being in love, which any fool can do. Love itself is what is left over when being in love is burned away. And this is both an art and a fortunate accident. Those that truly love have roots that grow toward each other underground, And when all the pretty blossoms have fallen from their branches, they find that they are one tree and not two.
Thank you, Eve. Now I'm excited to tell you that we have the Huech ceremony. Now this is spelt Q-U-A-I-C-H. And when I first read this, I thought it said quiche ceremony. I got very excited. But that's just me thinking with my tummy. The Huech is actually the traditional double-handed Scotch whisky cup. And this ceremony, where the couple take their first drink together, is a Highlands ritual which seals the bond between them. By the 16th century, this custom had filtered down south to Edinburgh and Glasgow, and we know that in 1589 a Huech was given by King James VI of Scotland to his new bride, Anne of Denmark. I'm reliably informed that the drink today will be Bruichladdich, Port Charlotte. The label says that this dram is a fine, old, complex, elegant, and mellow drink, as we hope Raina and Abbey's marriage will also become in the fullness of time in the years ahead. The best man has charged the Huech, and the Celtic blessing goes, "May the road rise to meet you, may the wind be always at your back, may the warm rays of the sun fall upon your home, and may the hand of a friend always be near." The couple will now toast each other in the Gaelic manner. Now may I call upon Susie, who will deliver the second reading.
There's no music, no confetti, crowds don't cheer and bells don't ring. But you'll know it, I can guarantee, when the right one comes along. What they're thinking, what you're feeling, you no longer have to guess. All those questions are finally put to rest when the right one comes along. Every single broken heart will lead you to the truth. You think you know what you're looking for, till what you're looking for finds you. In a cold world, it's a warm place where you know that you're supposed to be. A million moments full of sweet relief. When the right one comes along, every single broken heart will lead you to the truth. You think you know what you're looking for, till what you're looking for finds you. It's so easy, nothing to it, though you may not believe me now, but I promise you'll find out when the right one comes along. All that changes is only everything when the right one comes along.
If we can now have the rings, we turn to possibly the most ancient part of the ceremony. There is evidence that the exchange of rings has been a rite practiced since at least 6000 BC, and it was popular among the Egyptians, the Greeks, and the Romans. Please say after me, as you place the ring on Abbey's finger, "I give you this ring to wear,
I give you this ring to wear,
as a symbol of my abiding commitment,
as a symbol of my abiding commitment,
my eternal loyalty and my undying devotion.
my eternal loyalty and my undying devotion.
It is an outward reminder of our inner unity."
It is an outward reminder of our inner unity.
Abbey, please say after me, as you place the ring on Raina's finger, "I give you this ring to wear,
I give you this ring to wear,
as a symbol of my abiding commitment,
as a symbol of my abiding commitment,
my eternal loyalty and my undying devotion.
my eternal loyalty and my undying devotion.
It is an outward reminder of our inner unity."
It is an outward reminder of our inner unity.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the exchange of vows. Raina, please say after me. I, Raina McAllister,
I, Raina McAllister,
take Abbey to be my wife,
take Abbey to be my wife,
to be her constant friend above all others,
to be her constant friend above all others,
her partner in life,
her partner in life,
through all that may come,
through all that may come,
to love her unconditionally without reservation,
to love her unconditionally without reservation,
to honour and respect her,
to honour and respect her,
to protect her from harm,
to protect her from harm,
to comfort her in times of distress,
to comfort her in times of distress,
and to grow together with her in mind and spirit.
and to grow together with her in mind and spirit.
Abby, please say after me. I, Abby Hayden, take Raina to be my husband,
I, Abbey Hayden, take Raina to be my husband,
to be his constant friend above all others,
to be his constant friend above all others,
his partner in life through all that may come,
his partner in life through all that may come,
to love him unconditionally without reservation,
to love him unconditionally without reservation,
to honour and respect him,
to honour and respect him,
protect him from harm,
to protect him from harm,
to comfort him in times of distress,
to comfort him in times of distress,
and to grow together with him in mind and spirit.
and to grow together with him in mind and spirit.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for us to sign the register, and while we do so, we will have another musical item from James Spencer. Thank you, James.
Now do you hear me talking to you across the water, across the deep blue ocean, under the open sky? Oh my baby, I'm trying. Boy, I hear you in my dreams. I keep you whisper across the sea. I keep you with me in my heart. You make it easier when life gets hard. Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. And they don't know how long it takes waiting for a love like this. And every time we say goodbye, I wish we had one more kiss. I'll wait for you, I promise you I will. Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where we have been. Lucky to be coming home again. Lucky we're in love in every way. Lucky to have stayed where we have stayed. Lucky to be coming home someday. And so I'm sailing through the sea to an island where we'll meet. You hear the music, feel the air. I put a flower in your hair, and through the breezes, through the tree, you move so pretty. You're all I see as the world keeps spinning round. You hold me right here, right now. Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where we have been. Lucky to be coming home again. Lucky we're in love in every way. Lucky to have stayed where we have stayed. Lucky to be coming home someday. Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where we have been. Lucky to be coming home again. way. Lucky to have stayed where we have stayed. Lucky to be coming home someday. Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. Lucky we're in love in every way. Lucky to have stayed where we have stayed. Lucky to be coming home someday.
Ladies and gentlemen, all necessary legal formalities now having been completed, it gives me the greatest of pleasure, with the powers vested in me as a marriage celebrant in the realm of New Zealand, to formally declare Raina and Abbey husband and wife. Abbey and Raina, you may now kiss. I think you should turn and face. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honour to present to you Mr. Raina McAllister and Mrs. Abbey McAllister. The bridal party and immediate family will first proceed out of the chamber. Please follow them to the grand hall for photos and outside to the forecourt, weather allowing, for further photos, and there will be an opportunity to congratulate the bride and groom. At the conclusion of photos, a tour guide is waiting to give those who are interested a tour of Parliament. Places on the tour are limited to 40, so if it does fill up, please give preference to those from out of town. The couple have asked that you be seated at Foxglove by 7 p.m. for the reception. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of some of our wonderful Wellington bars and cafes. Follow a local if you want to know where is best to go.
O'clock alarm would never ring, but it rings and I rise, wipe the sleep out of my eyes. My shaven razor's cold and it stings. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? You once thought of me as a white knight on his steed. Now you know how happy I can be. Oh, and our good time starts and ends without dollar one to spend. But how much, baby?